Please, come in.
Rahul gestured toward the chair opposite his desk, the movement practiced and smooth, as if it belonged to the furniture as much as to him. Rahul watched the candidate step inside.
Sit down.
Rahul looked at the candidate. Like you have options, he told himself. Peter closed the door softly behind him. He noticed the firmness of the handshake, the measured smile, the way. Rahul's eyes flicked briefly to the resume folder before returning to his face.
Thank you for having me.
Peter sat down, composed. The chair was cheaper than it looked. Just like the job, he thought.
My pleasure. I'm Rahul.
Peter, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet someone willing to accept this position, Rahul thought. Hopefully. They sat. Silence stretched for just a fraction too long, then snapped back into place.
I've had a chance to review your background, and I have to say, it's impressive.
I've been fortunate with the opportunities I've had.
Fortunate? No. Underutilized. And unemployed, Peter reminded himself. Rahul smiled.
Your experience in sales analytics really stood out. Not everyone combines numbers and people so comfortably.
He is overqualified, and he knows it, which means he'll leave the moment something better appears, or worse, he won't accept at all.
I enjoy understanding both sides of the equation. It helps me see the bigger picture.
And the small salaries, Peter couldn't help thinking.
That's exactly the kind of mindset we value here. We are very much a growth-oriented company.
We are stagnant, Rahul acknowledged inwardly. But growth sounded better. Peter's eyes moved briefly around the room, taking in the glass walls, the open plan office beyond them.
It's a nice space.
For a company pretending it's doing better than it is, Peter caught himself thinking.
We believe that an open, interactive workplace plays a huge role in performance.
Because they could no longer afford separate private offices, Rahul admitted to himself. They both smiled.
Why don't you tell me what attracted you to this role?
I'm at a point in my career where I'm looking for something stable, something where I can really contribute long term.
He needed a paycheck and health insurance,
Stability is important.
especially when turnover is high, Rahul thought.
I've worked in fast-paced environments, but I'm increasingly interested in roles where relationships matter, where you're not just chasing numbers, but building trust.
Peter knew that chasing numbers was exactly what this was, and the numbers were not good.
That's very aligned with how we see sales. We see our sales team as consultants, partners to our clients.
Rahul rubbed his chin. They chased numbers relentlessly and punished people when they didn't reach them. Peter leaned forward slightly.
That's refreshing to hear.
It wasn't refreshing. It was familiar nonsense, Peter realized. Rahul opened the resume folder.
I noticed you were in a leadership track at your previous company.
I was being considered for a senior role before circumstances changed.
Before the department was cut, before his manager stopped returning his calls, Peter told himself.
Of course, these things happen.
And now you're here, Rahul thought, applying for an entry-level sales position.
I'm not someone who needs a fancy title. What matters to me is impact.
He absolutely needed a fancy title, just not right now. A faint smile appeared on Peter's face.
This role is very hands-on. We're a lean organization. Everyone wears multiple hats.
Rahul glanced briefly at Peter. It was exhausting. And underpaid. They didn't have enough staff and couldn't hire more.
I thrive in that kind of environment. I like feeling needed.
Peter smiled. He hated feeling exploited, but Rent liked being paid. Rahul glanced at the clock.
This position has ambitious targets.
Unrealistic targets, Rahul suspected.
I'm used to ambitious goals. They keep things exciting.
They kept things stressful. Peter knew it from before.
The compensation is structured to reward performance.
Rahul looked down at the papers. The base salary was low, painfully low.
I've always believed incentives drive excellence.
As long as there was something to incentivize, he thought.
We may not be at the top of the market, but we offer other benefits.
Rahul's face turned serious. They offered survival, barely.
I value growth potential. Money isn't everything.
Money was most things, Peter caught himself thinking. They paused, the air between them thick with unspoken arithmetic.
How do you handle disappointment?
I try to be pragmatic. I focus on what's within my control.
He pretended it didn't affect him, until it did.
That's a healthy approach. In sales, not every effort leads to results. Clients hesitate, budgets change, promises evaporate.
Upper management panicked and blamed someone else, Rahul thought. Rahul studied him more closely now.
You've worked in larger organizations with more structure
Yes.
and more resources.
Yes.
And more respect. Peter couldn't help thinking.
How do you feel about stepping into something smaller, more exposed?
Smaller environments demand more accountability. There's less room to hide.
And fewer places to fall, he thought. A phone rang outside. Someone laughed too loudly.
This role isn't glamorous.
Rahul smiled. Understatement of the year.
I'm not chasing glamour.
He already had. It ran faster, Peter had to admit to himself.
There will be pressure.
I'm comfortable with pressure.
Rahul exhaled slowly. He was tired of it.
You seem very composed.
So do you.
For a moment, something unspoken passed between them. Recognition, perhaps. Rahul looked at his faint reflection in the glass behind Peter. He used to sit on the other side of the table, convincing himself it was temporary.
Hiring isn't about choosing the best candidate. It's about choosing the least risky one.
The one who would stay just long enough, Rahul thought.
Risk is relative.
He was a risk to Rahul, and Rahul was a risk to him. There's a moment when a role stops being a step forward and becomes a compromise. Most people recognize that moment. They just don't always admit it, because admitting it makes it permanent. Rahul felt something tighten in his chest. The interview had drifted closer to truth than he intended. He straightened the papers on the desk. Restored order. This was not a conversation between equals. Not today. He closed the folder.
Well, Peter, I think we've covered everything.
I appreciate the transparency.
There had been none, Peter realized.
We still have a few candidates to meet. Please don't accept another offer before we decide.
I understand how these processes go.
I hope they hurry, Peter thought. My savings won't last forever. They shook hands again.
We'll be in touch.
Absolutely. Don't call us. We'll call you.
They both laughed, and both of them knew exactly who needed whom more.